Hey guys, what is going on? This is Panther Dragon, and today we'll be doing a video on Riot's new Challenger event and what this means. You know, one day I was browsing through Reddit and I saw this, and I was like, okay, whatever. But the next morning after my dump, I was bored and I clicked it and I was like, holy shit, this is actually kind of relatable to me. So in the video, I'm going to be talking about what the article said and how I might be a part of it in the future. So with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so first up in the post, they say they'll be inviting the top players from the NA ranked ladder to a bootcamp and competing in an in-house tournament to showcase their skills to the NA LCS and Challenger teams. Now, you're probably wondering who will they invite, and that's going to be the top 4 highest ranked players in each row on October 31st. Then on November 13th, the invited players will be at the NA LCS studios, where they'll be drafted into event teams by the LCS pros and coaches for the duration of this event. Then they'll play in a round robin tournament to demonstrate their skills in front of the NA LCS and Challenger teams, and after the event is done, VODs of all the matches will be released so international teams can learn more about the players. And to be honest, I don't think the international teams will care too much about these VODs, especially the Koreans. So I don't think anyone will get their hopes up for that. But yeah, 20 people will be going to this event. 4 junglers, 4 top laners, 4 mid laners, 4 AD carries, and 4 supports. So the top 4 players of each row, I went to look at who the top 4 junglers are at the moment on the NA ladder to see what I have to beat, and this including LCS players. So the number 1 jungler, who's not an LCS, is going to be Contracts. Although I'm not sure if he counts because he did play in the Challenger scene and is on Cloud9, so I'm not sure about him. But the second person is going to be We The Best, who is at 784 LP, and he's also ranked 34, which kind of says something about the ladder, and that the jungle is not the strongest role. The third best jungler is going to be Acadian4, which is ranked 42 and 735 LP. The fourth person is going to be Lion Odie, although this person already jungles for a pro Latin America team. So I'm not sure if he's going to go to the event or is he even interested. Now, if we're not including Challenger scene players or Latin American pro team players, then we only have 2 people so far. And so the third best player will be Delicious Milk GG, coming at rank 49 with 717 LP. The next person is going to be Silas Kroger, who is at 709 LP at rank 52. And he's going to be the 4th person on his list, so all I have to do is get over 709 LP and I'll be invited to this event. Of course, the ladder is subject to change and might bring some incentive for players to climb again, so it might be a little bit harder, but 709 LP isn't that much, so it is kind of doable to go to this bootcamp. And I believe that there is a chance or a possibility of me going to this event, and of course I would make a video on it if I went and my experience and all the fun stuff, and maybe, who knows, I might get into the LCS. Anyways, later down in the article, they say they're going to send a survey to the email address attached to the League of Legends account to all Master and Challenger players to see who is interested in this event. Also, I wouldn't be surprised to see the boosting industry go up in sales. Now, you're probably wondering, what are the player requirements? And first of all, you must respond to the survey when it's sent out in October, which is easy, and then you must be over 16 years of age. Okay, easy. And you must be interested in playing LOL professionally, which I am to a certain extent, which means I'd play for like a split or a year or something, then go back to my YouTube channel. And then they say you have not played in more than 2 professional LOL matches in any league, so I guess that means Challenger scene and LCS, so Contracts is not qualified for this event. Oh, and I guess it also says you cannot be under contract by any professional team, including Challenger teams, at the time invites go out, which is really good because also people from the Challenger scene, they are already in the spotlight of being scouted by, LCS teams, and so that's what they're trying to eliminate, is people from there, and also gotta be a North American citizen. And finally, you must pass a player behavior check, which includes a review of in-game behavior, terms of service violations, and looks at previous bans or suspensions. This might be a problem, but I think I'll get through it. So basically, I'm good to go, and I fill all the requirements for their little checklist, and yeah, all I have to do is get a high rank and I should be good to go. And they had a little fact in the below section, and there was a question that said, if I come to the event, am I guaranteed a spot or a tryout for a pro team? And the answer is no, you're just getting scouted. So yeah, it's not like I'll get into LCS or anything if I go to this event. And yeah, people who have played in 3 LCS or Challenger scene matches are ineligible, so that means less competition. And another question is, what happens if I never responded to the initial survey? And they say basically in the survey, you get to pick your role and some release forms for sharing your information with pro teams. But if you don't respond to the survey, they'll just assume that you're not interested and say, bye bye, you ain't coming, bitch. So I better respond to that survey. Another question asks, am I responsible for my flight or housing while I'm there? And they say, nope, we'll take care of all the transportation, food, and housing. And so it's going to be a paid vacation, which is awesome. I like those. I'm also going to abuse it and get super fat, as they say meals are on them. So I'm going to go to those 4-star restaurants and get steak every day. Is this happening in Europe as well, which isn't really related to me, but it's kind of interesting. And they say EU's partnership with the ERL, which I've never heard of, but this means that there's an existing system that feeds directly into their Challenger Series qualifiers, giving exposure to the talented young players and rising stars in local European leagues, although they are open to considering additional scouting options in the future, but they'll be concentrating on these local partnerships for this season. So I guess if you are a Master or Challenger player and you were hoping for an EU scouting ground, well, I guess EU's out of luck, but they do have this ERL, which I know nothing of. Another question is, what if I like playing multiple roles? And they say you need to pick one role and make sure to queue up with that role as your primary. And another question appears, but it's basically the same as the last question. They have tools to check if you've been getting your secondary role more often than your primary role. The next question is if I've gotten suspended before or banned, and they say if you're an aspiring pro player, then it should be held to the same standards as NA, LCS, and Challenger players. Every player attending the event will need to be able to pass the same behavior check that pro players have to pass. If you've been banned in the past, which I have, you are still potentially eligible to attend, but you need to use these next few months as an opportunity to improve your behavior. XD. So as long as I don't get reported in every game, which is easily doable as there's a high elo community, it should be easy to do. But I'll be abusing this and reporting every jungler that is higher than me to cut out the competition. I probably won't do that because I'm too lazy to do it, but someone else might. And now finally the last question is there anything I can do to increase my chances of getting selected for the event? And they say the invite list will be directly off the NA ladder, so just keep climbing, and the higher your rank, the more likely you'll be invited. So even if I have some Riot connections, that apparently won't help me in any way. So you know, this whole thing, I guess this is going to be the thing that will make the NA ladder have more incentive to climb. Maybe of course not the pro players, they don't give a shit, but like, you know, aspiring pro players who want to be in the LCS. And also of course this will motivate me to getting rank 1 or higher in the ladder. And also my rank series will have of course a little bit more drive, but also other players are going to be more motivated to win, so competition might be fierce, so I have to watch out. Now let's say I go to this event, and even if I don't get into an LCS team or whatever, I don't really care. I just think this event will be really cool and a really fun vacation, and also an experience I'll probably never forget. I'll also do a little networking to see what kind of opportunities I can find and maybe get some cool branding and sponsorship sellout deals, but who knows. But yeah, I really want to go to this event. It sounds really fun, so that's going to be some motivation for me to climb the NA ranked ladder. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.